Welcome back. Welcome. I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi, and we are all Bitcoin Maxis. Now, how much Bitcoin is truly impressive to hold? How much Bitcoin do you need to stand out among holders? So, I know you all love these vlog style videos, pretty popular on my channel. So, thought I'd hit the record button. I'm out of my walk and see where your goals are. Possibly could be in the numbers that I'm about to get into, or you could find it unrealistic, or you could be like, you know what, that's spot on, that's my goal. So let's see, 0.01. Do you know that already above millions who own zero with supply capped at 21 million, right, only could ever own 0.01 Bitcoin? And I see a lot of people in some of my other videos, they comment and say, well, 0.5 is unrealistic, 0.3 is unrealistic. But the thing is that you have to understand that Bitcoin, we are still so early to Bitcoin. So what does this mean? What does the numbers and amount you hold mean? So do you know, if you already are close to 0.01, you are ahead of a lot of people in the world. And people get discouraged by these numbers. So let's talk about 0.1 Bitcoin. Well, let me go back, 0.01, right? 0.01, at the time we're recording this, is a little over 100, it's 114,000, so it's about a little over 1,000, okay? So now 0.1 Bitcoin. Now we're getting into a little bit higher of the tier, right? 0.01, or excuse me, 0.1, the time we're recording this, is a little over 10 grand. Of course, it's US dollars. So a strong milestone, okay? Less than 10% of all Bitcoin addresses hold this much. It puts you in the serious saver category. Now, 0.1 is not an easy goal to get to. However, if you all have seen my last video that I uploaded last night where I was doing the 0.5 stacking strategy, go ahead, opt in for the email. You get the downloads. It's completely free. I don't need any of your credit card information or anything like that. Once you opt in, you get the email, and it's free, right? It goes right to your email. It's from my personal email, MrBitcoinMaxi@outlook.com. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It'll help you out so you don't have to refer back to these videos. Now, 0.28 Bitcoin, the famous top 1% is what I call it. Now, there's other videos out there, and I don't knock anybody how they ultimately teach their content. However, data is data, math is math, and the blockchain doesn't lie. And 0.28 puts you in that top 1%. That's the minimum threshold, I always say, okay? So this amount puts you in the top 1% of all holders worldwide. Now, can the average middle class person stack to 0.28? Yes. And I'm going to be coming out with another video tonight on how you all can get to these milestones, even if you are somebody that's making 40K, even if you're somebody that's making 50K. I'm going to give you strategies that are going to help you. Now, none of this is financial advice, but this is what's worked for me, all right? And I teach this stuff because it has worked for me, and I want you all to not get left behind. I want you all to be prospering as Bitcoin grows, the adoption grows. You know, Eric Trump, I seen a news interview with him, I believe it was yesterday, on one of those political news channels. I think it was, I don't get into politics, but he was talking about $1 million Bitcoin coming, and I think it is. Now, yesterday's video, if you all have seen it, if you haven't seen it, you're going to go watch it. You might be thinking, well, why is Mr. Bitcoin Maxi calling for a $450,000 Bitcoin in 10 years? Now, that's conservative, okay? That's my conservative base for you all. Now, when people sit here and they question, why are you being so bearish on the price of Bitcoin? You have to understand it's conservative. It took Bitcoin since Bitcoin's inception, right? Since Bitcoin has come out, Bitcoin basically got released by Satoshi. Look how long it's taken just to get to 100K. Now, it's going to accelerate, yes. However, my numbers are conservative. And I want, as a Bitcoin maximalist, I want the price to stay low in the meantime and not go just parabolic overnight, because I want more Satoshis. I want to stack more. I want time to stack more. I don't want Pitcoin. I don't want Bitcoin to go parabolic overnight. All right. So 0.5 Bitcoin. Now that's pretty much what I was leading into from talking about yesterday's video. All right. Half a Bitcoin is a standout position in a world of billions who own none. 0.5 Bitcoin signals discipline, foresight, and long-term conviction. Now, if I was any of you watching this, now again, I'm going to reiterate, it's not financial advice. You have real estate, property, and you own it outright, or you have equity in your property. I would take that equity out and buy Bitcoin. A lot of people are in these positions where they have a lot of stocks that equate to at least 0.5 Bitcoin, 0.28 Bitcoin. And so I'm not saying you should, not financial advice, sell all of your stocks or sell all of your real estate portfolio that you have. But I would think about it, because real estate, you see, is not the way anymore. That was the old generation's way. And the new generation, they're accepting and adopting crypto. It's becoming the norm. And this is going to spill over, I think, into video games, and it's going to become a mainstream thing. And we are still so early to Bitcoin. Now, 1 Bitcoin, right, is life-changing amount, which few will ever achieve this amount. This is the ultimate stack goal for most Bitcoiners, especially Bitcoin maximalists. Bitcoin maximalists want at least 1 Bitcoin, but I would argue that Bitcoin maximalists never want to stop even past 1 Bitcoin. I can say the same. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. You all know that. And for me, 1 Bitcoin isn't enough. 2 Bitcoin isn't enough. But realistically, a lot of people in the world won't be able to get there, especially on low incomes, but it's not impossible. That's why I put together these PDFs for you all and strive for at least that 0.5, okay? Because 0.5 is that milestone that you all should be striving for. And even when you hit that 0.5, to never stop. So again, I will be coming out tonight with a video on how to, on ways and side hustles that you all can do that don't require a lot, pretty much of upfront capital. And you guys can use that to supplement your cash flow to stack Bitcoin. I want to appreciate you all. Consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, I will be coming out with another video. Thank you all for the love and the support on this channel. We've grown so much here already in a month. Let's shoot for 1,200 subs. I'm hoping by the end of 2025, I can get to at least 5,000 subs. And if you made it this far, thank you. Because, I'm not no Mr. Beast where I do things to where it's like, I got to make you click, I got to keep you hooked. And I don't do all that. My channel is just for the people that want to get educated and take the time to listen to the messages and take the time to soak up the information I'm providing and want to get serious about their financial future. And that's what I'm trying to change and provide. So again, thank you all for the love and the support. Let's hit 1,200 subs and hopefully eventually 5,000 subs. I will see you all in tonight's video. Have a good one.